It's just the sound that you love to hear, you love to get back to. Welcome to the first review of 2022. Let's go. Nick eked out a very close one over me. Tom and John had a pretty close matchup as well, despite the score. Jackson had a middling week, but it's not going to take too much to beat Chris's team. Tim beat up on Drew fairly well, and Sawyer and Alec narrowly avoided a tie. Let's go. Like I said, Nick and I came down to the last game on Sunday night. Lakers, Grizzlies, we both had guys going, and I think it was whatever the other nightly game was, had some other people playing. Our teams were separated by 7 percentage points in field goal, 2 threes, 7 rebounds. Could have gone either way, but it went Nick's way, thanks in big part to Chef Curry. Absolutely cooking this week. Triple-double on the first game of the year. I think it was his first triple-double since 2016. Came at a perfect time. We'll get into his stats later, but he absolutely balled out this week. Definitely propelled Nick to a win. Hurts to lose that first week, but my team is still rounding into shape. Nick's got to feel good about the win, and we'll keep going from here. On to Tom and John. Separated by, Tom won 8-3, but they were only separated by 1 assist and 1 steal. Had those gone in John's favor, it still would have been a 6-5 win for Tom because he got the triple-double from KD. But Tom pretty much handled business, had the highest free throw percentage in the league this year, won by 19 threes, won by almost 20 points. Rebounds were fairly close, only a 13 rebound difference, and their steals and blocks are pretty close too. John only team in the league to have triple-digit turnovers, a consistent theme for John's team. John did have the most double-doubles this week with 11, but again, Tom brings it out. MVP of that matchup is definitely KD, 99 points, 31 rebounds, 19 assists, 2 double-doubles, and a triple-double. Big-time ballin'. Next matchup, we have Chris versus Jackson. Chris's team, absolute mess. Might be a dumpster fire. Might be just want to throw it in the towel right now for your season. It's not looking great, buddy. Jackson, again, had an average week. I think he only would have gone 3-4-2 against the entire league, but like I said, it's not going to take much, winning 9-2. He did have a triple-double from Lonzo. He had the most assists in the league with 158, won both percentages, won threes by 9, won points by over 100. Chris did have 4 more rebounds than Jackson, but Jackson basically won everything else besides turnovers. Chris, you had the lowest turnovers, so that's something. MVP for Jackson could be Lonzo with that triple-double, but I'm going to give it to Ingram. 81 points, 21 rebounds, 18 assists, playing pretty well. I think he had less than 10 triples, but still a good week for Brandon Ingram. On to Tim and Drew. This one, assists were only separated by 6, separated by 3 steals, 2 blocks. So could have gone a little bit differently, but Tim's team looks very solid, scored the most points, the most threes this week. Drew had the most steals, but having the combo of Randall and Sabonis, Tim's just going to be stat stuffing all year long. Randall this week put up 86 points, 34 rebounds, 19 assists, 7 blocks, and 2 double-doubles on the way to the dub. Final matchup of the week was Sawyer and Alec. This one was super close, could have ended in a tie. Sawyer had 629 points to Alec 627. Literally came down to 2 points separating this, a W from a tie, but Sawyer eked it out. Steals were kind of close, less than a 9 turnover difference. Free throw was actually pretty close, less than 7 free throw points, but overall, Sawyer did his job. Sucked in 3-pointers, but who gives a shit when you're winning most of the other categories. Alec did have the most rebounds this week with 306, but the MVP for Sawyer is going to be Giannis. Could have gone to LeBron as well, but we'll pick Giannis. 68 points, 32 rebounds, 17 assists, 5 blocks, 2 double-doubles. I know it's because of a shortened week, but the turnovers were way down this week. Kind of surprising, but who cares? Overall records for the week. Nick in first place would have gone 6-3, only would have lost to Tom, Tim, and Sawyer on a 1-game win streak. Tom 6-2-1, only would have lost to Tim and Sawyer, would have tied Jackson, also 1-game win streak. Tim 7-0-2, would have tied Jackson and Sawyer, 1-game win streak. Sawyer also 7-0-2, would have tied Tim and Drew, 1-game win streak. And final winner of the week in Jackson would have been 3-4-2, only would have beaten Chris, myself, and Alec, and would have tied Tom and Tim, 1-game win streak. Everyone else, myself, I would have been 3-5-1, only would have beaten John, Chris, and Drew, would have tied Alec. Chris, a big ol' 0-9. Yikes. Drewski, 2-5-2, would have beaten Chris and Jackson. Tied John and Sawyer. John would have been 2-6-1. W versus Chris and Jackson, a tie versus Drew. And finally, Alec, 3-5-1, would have beaten John, Chris, and Drew, and tied myself. Player of the week is definitely going to Steph Curry for Yahoo. He had 14 threes, 93 points, 27 rebounds, 21 assists, 7 steals, 3 double-doubles, and a triple-double. Going to be my player of the week, and you know Yahoo's average is going to match up right with that. Steph averaged 4.7 threes, 31 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2.3 steals, and averaged a double-double. That's going to get it done for most teams. Matchups coming up this week. All of them are good. You know, I'm getting rid of the star poop thing for right now to see how the league kind of shakes out this first month or so. But I've got myself and Tom, Nick and Alec, Chris versus John, Tim versus Jackson, Sawyer versus Drew. Those look like some good ones. Let's get it, boys.